Hello, welcome back to Examiner.com Games. My name is Steve, and in case you are wondering, the answer is yes. I did just come from the forest, and yes, I did just chop wood. Sitting here with me is Alejandro.
Alexandra.
Alexandra. We are here today to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. Yes, that game that you think is coming out in 2016.
And it might be. It still could happen. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so if the upcoming release of Mass Effect Andromeda is a sports play, we're going to stick with baseball here, like a perfect game or walk-off home run. What would it be?
You know, it's just like when any big hitter comes up to the plate. You never quite know what's going to happen. It could be, they could knock it out of the park, or it could be a big letdown. That's the kind of...
It could be a swing and a miss.
It could be a swing and a miss. It could also just be like a solid double.
It could be, yeah.
You know,
it could be a
so,
double. Yeah.
and that could be fine.
Yeah.
But it's hard to predict without having any insight into what they're doing, and they're keeping it pretty mum.
Exactly. And if it is a double, who's going to be there to bring them in? That's the question that I have. Would that be in the form
DLC?
of okay. The DLC could be there. Yeah, the DLCs, they get bloop singles every once in a while.
They do.
And who knows? Mass Effect Andromeda could have good speed on second base, and they score.
They could.
Yeah. So.
You never know. Like sometimes it starts as a double, then you steal a couple good bases.
Right.
So you never know.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm excited anyway. Just excited to be at the game.
Right. Yeah. And that's all we really want is to be at the game.
Yeah. That's all anyone ever wants.
Right. Unless it's a blowout, like we said. Our second question is whether or not our game saves from the first three are going to have an impact here on the fourth.
So I saw people talking about this online, and I thought it was interesting because this is a whole new world that they're starting, and it's not supposed to have anything to do with the first three games. There might be some whispers or some hints, but I think that it's important to start with a fresh slate, and that's what this is supposed to be. So I think that people who are angry that the old stuff isn't carrying into the new are going to be disappointed, and it's just... it's supposed to be new. You don't expect,
It's not the same thing.
No, it's a different game. It's a different trilogy. It's a different whatever.
Yeah.
So,
and everybody out there who's still fired up about the whole Mass Effect 3 ending, you need to just go ahead, go into your hard drives, and just click delete. Okay? You need to just get rid of that.
It's never going to happen.
You don't think so? I think it's possible. If it's possible for a computer to do it, don't you think it's possible for a human being?
I think it's possible. I just think it's unlikely.
Yeah, it's not probable.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give up my saves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right, fine. I tried. Sorry, BioWare.
You failed.
You lost again.
You failed again.
Yeah, again.
It's okay.
0 for 2. So, I think a lot of people out here are thinking this. You can voice your opinion in the comment section. You guys are always very wise and thoughtful when you do. But quick question is Kevin Sorbo, is he going to make an appearance in this game?
I think that's a stupid question, Steve.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think that's the best question that we have. Game saves, yeah, you want to know. It's not that important, though, really.
So should anything
Kevin
that ever
Sorbo
involves
is important.
The word Andromeda be somehow tied in to this game?
Yes.
So like the Andromeda strain, Kevin Sorbo, anything that had anything to do with the galaxy should be part of the game.
Free ideas there, BioWare, okay? Free ideas. New planets, new characters. Kevin Sorbo. Sorbo is Greek for really bad actor, so you could have him in there as well. And so switching gears here to multiplayer, online, and co-op. We see that a lot in games these days, in every game. So, I'm just assuming that's going to also be in Mass Effect Andromeda because we saw it in the first three. I really think that could push this game back to 2017.
See, I've always think they've handled it pretty well. I think obviously most important is the first player experience. You want to make sure that that is completely set up correctly. And then, as long as people can seamlessly kind of jump in and out of missions, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, well, and online, just keep your online out of my single player, okay? That's all I ask. We can have it, but we don't need
single player DLC.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, we don't need a co-op story campaign like BioWare. No. I'm telling you no, okay?
I liked some of the co-op campaigns.
Did you?
I did.
Okay, well.
To each their own.
Maybe.
You're wrong. Again. Number 3, let's go.
We're doing good. All right. Well, I guess, and I kind of touched on this in the last question that I asked, but do you think the game is going to come out next year?
I hope it comes out next year. I don't want them to rush it. So if it doesn't come out, it's holiday 2016. If they're not ready, I hope that they hold it back.
Yeah.
Because we've all seen what happens when things kind of move too quickly.
Assassin's Creed Unity. Yeah, you know, and I think how this one's gonna go. I think what's gonna happen is, you know, we'll get a nice, neat little trailer in April. You know, kind of teasing the gameplay. I think we'll have a bigger reveal at E3. We'll have more information about the game. But I think that game's going to get punted into the spring of 2017. No way that comes out in 2016.
They've been working on it for a while.
Yeah.
So, you know, usually when they set a hard date, they try to stick to it. A la, you know, Dragon Age that got pushed like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, Dragon Age was timely.
Yeah, super timely.
Yeah,
but
But it was a great game. It won one of Examiner.com's Games of the Years last year. So.
And it was fantastic. So I hope that they take their time and I hope they make it perfect.
Yeah. And it's probably not going to be perfect. But you know what?
Perfect.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
So,
I'm excited to play it no matter what.
We've come full circle. Perfect. The perfect game. Will it be a perfect game? People are filing into the stadium. They're taking their seats. They've got their hot dog and their beer.
You're taking it too far.
And
You're taking it too far.
And
the analogy is dead now. Let it go.
They're waiting for the game to come out.
I'm excited for the game. You should be too.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for watching Examiner.com Games. And for more on Mass Effect Andromeda, keep it here. My name is Steve. This is Alejandro.
Alexandra.
And we'll look forward to Mass Effect coming out in 2020 and Tom Clancy's The
2016.
Division coming. What?
2016.
2016. Okay.